It's the Year of Shame Challenge.
Right, hello and welcome to the Year of Shame podcast. Yes, I almost forgot. I haven't been on for so long that I forgot what I'm doing. What episode are we on? October.
An October one.
I don't even know what episode number, because we've missed so many and it's my fault. Sorry, folks. I literally did have a computer meltdown and yeah, I'm only just back online. So, I'm your host this month for my sins, punishment, because I didn't appear last time. I'm Steve-O.
Shame.
Joining me is this month quite sober.
Not for long.
Not for long. Is Richard.
Hello.
Say hello, Richard. And also playing on his phone, not actually paying attention to us because he's got better things to do, is Toby.
Hello.
How you doing? Good to see you both, even though I did only see you about a month ago, Richard, at MLGX, where we won the quiz.
Yes.
Yay!
2 out of 3 members.
2 out of 3 members, yes, 66% of us here. So yeah, that's because we were robbed last year. That's all I say, we were robbed. Anyway, it's October.
First.
We are coming into the last quarter of the challenge. 75% of the way through, gents.
Yep.
Thoughts and feelings. How are you both feeling with the challenge? I'll start with you, Toby.
I haven't had time to be worried about the challenge lately. We got pet rats in July, and they take up all of my time.
Are they voluntary pet rats, or did they move in
No,
on
they're
their
voluntary.
own?
My wife wanted them for her birthday, and they're still getting acclimatised to us as their people. So we have to get a little pen out every night and get in there with them and give them a little bit of exercise and all that stuff. So setting up pen, cleaning cages, getting rats out when they run away from you, and then doing all of the reverse. Then it's time for bed.
And also you've had show recently.
I have had a show recently. I was being a thesp for a little while, which was nice. Oh no, this is how it started last time. He got wine brought to him and then it all went wrong.
Oh, it's dangerous. It's school night, Richard. What are you doing? Mind you, I can talk. I've got a couple of beers here.
I'm going to say, you're as bad as me.
Yeah.
But this is my job.
So... Okay. Sit down, Ty.
This is my job.
Anyway, sorry. Yes, you're thesping.
I was thesping. I was performing very well by all accounts, which was nice. And yeah, so like, I just haven't had time to game. It's been on the back burner for a bit, except for the odd dabble on my Joker, which was why I got the Joker I got, for the odd dabble.
Shh.
What? I didn't talk about what it was.
Not yet. Okay.
Oh, you've shot your load now.
I know, but now they know I've got to ring the klaxon. Don't worry. But how do you feel the next couple of months could go? Because we've literally only got November, December now.
So I boxed off a few things after our last episode with our guest host, where Rich was talking about the Sherlock Holmes game. I got on that and finished that in like a day. It was very good, actually. Well recommended by Mr. Forder. I want to play the other one now, but it's very expensive. Which
was that the ABC Murders?
No, it's the one that Rich was playing and that I've completed is Sherlock Holmes: Crimes and Punishments.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no, ABC's.
And the other one's the Devil's. The other Sherlock Holmes is the Devil's Daughter.
Ah, that's the fella,
right.
Yeah.
And it costs like £40. So,
what?
Yeah. Which, if it's exactly the same type of game, it's not worth that.
It's not 40 quid's worth.
No, it's a fiver's worth of game. It's entertaining,
right?
And the story carries you along nicely. But yeah, It's not a premium game by any stretch.
Okay. What about you, Richard? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling
More sober. More sober by the sounds of it. For now.
temporarily. I've got a brief break in my alcohol stream to allow blood to come back in. I am doing just as well, I think. I'm not too bothered. There's a couple of things. We'll come on to what we might be wanting. But there's a few things potentially coming out, but I don't think there's more than one which would do for a gift if it comes in.
Is it something that might be out tomorrow?
Potentially, but I'm not. One thing I'm not doing with any of them is going day one on them.
Is naming
Right.
them.
That's fine.
Well, especially in the light of hashtag fix WWE 2K20.
Oh yes, I've seen some of the things for that. That looks
if
broken.
If you thought Assassin's Creed Unity was fucked to high heaven when it came out, you want to look at this.
Yeah.
There's people disappearing through the ring. There's faces falling off. There's wrestlers sliding about as if they were moonwalking. God grief, that's appalling.
It sounds almost worth the purchase just to entertain yourself with that. Mind you could get all this on YouTube. It's not the purchase. Just watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, so just in case there's one of those, but I don't think there will be. I'm not going to go any day ones for anything. Most of the things I'm looking at, actually, well, I'll leave it for later in the show.
Okay.
But now, because the things I've got, I've just been working through very steadily. I hadn't. Toby beat me to finishing the Sherlock Holmes game because I'm still only just over one case into that. I think there's 5
you're playing it with the
in the whole thing.
Aren't you?
Because she loves Poirot and Sherlock Holmes and all that sort of thing. So she's going into playing that with me. I've finished Rogue Trooper, the Redux one.
Oh, nice.
It wasn't what I expected, because I was expecting a lot more boss fights, and it's not quite that sort of game, even though you do go through levels and there's a definite marker point at the end of each one.
Yeah.
It very much is a story rather than sort of a shoot 'em up game. Although one thing I did find, probably because we've had a lot of time between the original coming out and where we are now, whilst not only did it seem very retro, but the controls were also wonderfully retro in that they fucked about and you didn't quite know what you were doing.
Yeah, we had that. We went to try it out at EGX a couple of years ago. Actually, it went along with Trev and Derek. And the main reason we went along was because every time you tried it, you'd got the biochip pin badges.
Oh.
So we got Bagman, Helm, and Gunner.
Oh, yeah.
They're nice. But yeah, it did seem a very kind of janky game control-wise. May give it a try at some point.
I'm about 2/3 of the way through.
Whoa!
Hey.
We're not doing pile progress yet.
God, then.
Thoughts and feelings.
Yeah, how do you feel with your thoughts?
I'm feeling them up nicely.
Good.
So it's all good for both of you so far.
Yeah,
then?
man.
We just breezed through it
Coasting.
so far.
It's been a comfortable year. We've picked the best year to do Year of Shame, to be fair.
I think we have.
I think so.
We have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be doing next year,
No.
to be honest.
As soon as Cyberpunk comes out, all bets are off.
Well, there's Cyberpunk, Last of Us 2, new hardware probably at the end of next year, Final Fantasy 7 remake. The list goes on. Next year is not going to be a good year, but hey ho. I'm not going to discourage anybody from
Good
doing
luck,
it.
whoever's doing it.
Not much.
Hint, hint. We may have news on that. who people doing it? I'm not saying any. Well, see, I've not been on for a while, so my thoughts. Do you know what? I'm not in a gaming rut at the moment, but like Toby, it's just I'm just coasting. I'm not really thinking about the challenge. Not bothered about new games. Not bothered about new hardware. Still playing stuff. It's just life's happening. Doing a lot of running at the moment. So I'm normally in bed quite early just because I'm so tired through the day. But no, it's just I'm in a nice zone at the moment. I have plans for next year's gaming, and that is not to go out on a big kind of spending spree. But I've got things in the works. That I'm looking at getting Game Pass next year.
Or
because
PS Now, one of the two.
Well, not so much PS Now, probably.
Mind you, I'm probably going to get Stadia next year. So,
because I will admit this to people, I did buy some new hardware, but well, this isn't a let's just go out and buy stuff and get loads of new games. My friend was moving. One of my friends was moving to Canada, and he was offloading all of his stuff. He was selling his Xbox. I already own Halo, Gears of War collection, and digital, and just took his Xbox off him. No games, nothing, no live, anything like that. I'm just playing Halo with the boy at the moment, but we'll go into that. So it's new hardware, but there's no new games attached with it, and I'm not subscribing anything to it.
Yeah.
So and I'm actually knocking stuff off my pile while I'm doing it that I couldn't do beforehand. Plus, I've got a backlog of 360 games that I can use on it. So, So if people want to call me out for that, they can do. I don't really care, seeing as we've only got 2 months of the challenge left.
So much flippancy. So much.
It's so much flippancy. It is.
It's like,
it is. It's
you've
because...
had a couple of months off. You've come back as an absolute Gavin.
Wank it.
I have. Ooh, yeah. Not that I'm not that bad. I haven't got a brand new system and then 20 games with it or whatever it was. Right. Right.
Well,
so
yeah.
what do we normally do after this? It's Pal Progress, isn't it? Is it Pal Progress? I don't know. Yes, it's Pal Progress.
Let's do it anyway.
Okay, Richard, you were starting on your piles.
Yeah. Yes, as we were.
So what else have you been playing?
Right. So as mentioned, I finished off Rogue Trooper.
Yes.
I am now about 2/3, I would say, of the way through Metro 2033.
Is that the Redux version or the original?
It's the Redux. I've got that, right. And it's Last Light, isn't it?
I don't know.
No.
There's two of them. I've got both of them. Are we covering off anything new?
Well, do you have anything new to declare?
Right, let's see. Right, I bought Borderlands 3.
Warning. Please remain calm. Some daft bastard has bought a game. I repeat. Some daft bastard has bought a game.
Klaxon. Right. Is that your Joker or gift? That's your Joker, isn't it?
Yeah, because apparently I've got something else coming as a gift from other areas.
Tell us about Borderlands 3 then.
It's fucking ace.
Fucking ace.
Oh, well, I love myself some Borderlands.
Do you? You've never mentioned.
Yeah. If you kind of think of it as the Mass Effect of your world. It's more of the same, and I read a review of it where that was pretty much used as a reason to call it a right pile of crap, because I think it was I think
that's not a reason to call it a pile of crap.
Well,
it's a reason to buy it.
It wasn't a direct. It's more of the same. It's crap. But you read the guy's review. It might have been somebody reviewing it on the PC as well. I don't know, but it was. Oh, it's just go around, shoot stuff, pick up some guns, see if they're more powerful than the others. The humour's a bit crap. It's like, well, yeah, all right. And don't take this the wrong way, Steve. Claptrap does wear thin after a while.
He's brilliant.
But it's what you expect. If you understand that's where it's going, it fits really nicely into what you're expecting. It doesn't do anything that you don't expect Borderlands to do, but it does everything you do expect Borderlands to do.
Yeah, you don't buy it for really deep storylines and moral outcomes, do you? It's just
Oh,
it's a bit of fun in the guns.
Yeah, but you do find out some interesting things about some of the characters, and that's all I'm going to say.
See, that was going to be my gift, but I decided against it.
I'm not saying any more about who and what you find out about them. But you find out some stuff in there. I haven't finished it. There's some great...
Are you eking out the joy?
Well, yeah, I don't really want to just fly straight in and finish it in there straight away. I've learned from doing that in the past.
Yeah.
There's all the usual sort of parody characters and things.
Yeah.
At one point, you get attacked by Wick and Warty.
Oh,
took you a minute there, Steve.
Yeah, did actually take a second. Yeah,
complete with green wormhole. You get attacked by a magical duo called Pain and Terror. And apparently, yes, one of them has done the voice for his character. But, there's all that usual sort of stuff in there with nods to pop culture and all those kinds of things. They've changed a lot of how the weapons work. They keep the old traits, so, if you didn't kill it with one shot, you weren't using a Jakobs and all that sort of thing. The Maliwan guns are the ones that have changed most. There's a lot of them now. If you imagine fusion rifles from Destiny, you've got a charge time on not all of them, but a lot of them, and the longer you charge it for until you release it, the more power and chance you've got of the elemental effect. Everything has a secondary fire mode, so with a flick on the D-pad, you can change from primary to secondary fire mode. So, for instance, with all the Vladov weapons, you've got either a rocket launcher or a grenade launcher as a secondary weapon. Awesome. The Atlas ones fire a tracking dart, so you hit someone with a tracking dart, and then you can fire anywhere on the screen, and it shoots at them. So they all have this secondary fire mode, so things have upped a little bit with those. As you can probably tell, I'm really enjoying that, and there's a season pass going to be available for it as well.
Oh,
is that going to be for like the previous games where it's big DLC drops?
Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's £40. There's
but you have to wait till January.
There's 3 or 4 DLCs plus you've got.
He'll still be playing the main game in January. Don't worry.
You've got 3 modes after finishing it. You've got True Vault Hunter kind of isn't there anymore. You have Mayhem 1, Mayhem 2, and Mayhem 3 to play it on after you've finished it. The sort of Circles of Slaughter, if anyone's familiar with those, the arena sort of things you had.
Like Moxie. Was it Moxie's Arena in the first
with
one?
those. They're not part of the game, but they're sort of a side section where you can just get a group together and you just go in. It's like a horde mode, separated from the game. And also, if people remember Chromrax the Invincible or whatever he was in the first game at the end and all that, they've separated off massive bosses like that. So you can go after them in a similar way that you would have done raids in something like World of Warcraft.
All right.
So you get a team together and you go after big style loot just by going after the individual big lads.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so there's a lot to do in there.
Which class are you playing at the moment?
I'm playing Flak, the robot bounty hunter who gets his own pet to attack with. So each of the tech trees now has an action skill to it, which you can pick one of 3. So before, Axton or Roland had the turret and that was it.
Yes.
Now, say he would have had the turret plus 2 others, one of which you pick it from one tech tree, and then there's augments that go alongside that. For instance, Flak has 3 different pets, basically one for each tech tree. You've got a spider ant, a rack, and something called Jabba. So they all have different potential skills, one of which is probably going to suit your playstyle. So
it's basically more of the same, but with more as well.
Yeah, it's more of the same plus.
So that's a good thing in my book. Look, that's going on my list for 2020, I think. Definitely. Have you played anything else?
No, usual shit, but a bit of World of Tanks here and there.
Any more board games that I haven't been recommending on Kickstarter for you? You did right.
No,
I want to know.
I've got the 007 Legendary.
Is it good?
There. Well, just like Borderlands, if you like Legendary and you want a 007 game,
yes,
it's right there.
Right.
It does all the things Legendary does, but in a 007 style.
That's good.
But just like if you have some of the other Legendary board games, aside from just Marvel, you'll know that they have different certain different mechanics in them. The Aliens one has the combat zone drop down and all those kinds of things when you're fighting. So the 007 one has missions which you power other abilities off, and there's different keywords and that kind of thing. But it does have the starter decks. You've got basically two Roger Moore, a Daniel Craig. Sorry, not two Roger Moore, two Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig. Now, you get to pick an extra starter card to go in one of those decks, and they're themed around the Bond of the era, so you can have them all as different ones.
I'm not saying. Well, I was looking to purchase it, but then the missus was asking what I'd like for my birthday, and I kind of mentioned it, and then lo and behold, 2 days later, a big box from Chaos Cards turned up.
That's where I got mine from.
Yeah, so it's just like, I wonder what this is, dear. Oh, not saying. So yeah, I not purchased it.
I had another couple of bits of Kickstarter turn up as well. So one of them was some expansions for a game called Nemesis,
right?
Which is a sort of space survival alien style game, and I got the War of the Worlds Kickstarter board game turned up today.
Oh, for fuck's sake! When was that? Well, no, it's just I love War of the Worlds. I love the book. I love the Scarlet Traces, which is the Ian Eddington, Disraeli graphic novel.
I've got a Churchill one of those, a graphic novel with a Churchill Secret War, I think it's called.
Oh, so what's the War of the Worlds board game? Is it a proper Victorian style steampunk kind of thing?
No, it's quite big. The board and the pieces are quite basic, and it's only turned up today, so I've only just unboxed the bugger. I couldn't tell you more.
Right, you'll have to tell us more. But go on to our board game group and give us details. I want to know details.
I want to know everything.
I want to know everything. I'm starting to get into board games. Right, I'll just do mine before we go on to you.
Fine.
Toby, just because I'm being a selfish bastard.
So you just come on here and wanked all over everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been away. I'm hosting. I'll decide what's happening. To be honest, I can't remember what I've been playing. If I'm clear. Right. Do you know how I was meticulously tracking everything the last time I was on? It's gone to pot. I cannot remember what I played. I was doing a bit of Uncharted 3.
Nice.
Just because I had the Uncharted trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bored of it. I did Uncharted 2 and I went straight into 3 and
they get a bit
bored.
Much.
Yeah, so I don't know. I was sat there and the wife was watching me playing it, and I can't remember the character's name. It's the Australian chick in it, dark hair, and
I know what you mean. She's
Dave.
Every 5 minutes, my wife was just commenting.
The fourth game's DLC, isn't she?
Yeah. Every 5 minutes, it was just like, what is going on with her hair? Why doesn't she sort her fringe out? And it's just like, yeah, you're right, love. It's just like, that's all I'm noticing as well. She's a bit annoying.
Have you played the fourth one? Did you play the fourth and then go back, or?
No, I haven't played any. I hadn't played any Uncharted at all until I had the trilogy, and I played 1 before we started the year, and 2 and 3 are sitting there, and I don't even know if I'm going to finish the third one. I just don't think I have the energy to finish it, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Sorry, I'm just looking at my TV as if I'm going to get inspiration on what I've played.
I'm watching the football.
I went back to The Witcher 3 for all of half an hour. I thought, yeah, I'll start another character. No, start another game. Nah, it didn't work. It's because I'm listening to the Witcher books on Audible.
Getting ready for Netflix.
Oh, that looks
Yeah,
good.
man.
Looks good. Right, speaking of Netflix, I'm getting into the. No, it's not on Netflix. It's on Amazon Prime. I'm getting into The Preacher. It's
Yay!
I do, but then I always
love
think,
it.
I can't be bothered with that right now.
I just
No,
love
I
it.
finished. I think I might have finished just the first series.
First series. Oh yes, right. Okay.
So,
it
the
gets
cowboy.
better in the second.
There's 4 now.
There's 4
Yeah,
series now.
yeah.
I think they're not doing any more.
Yeah. I think I'm
but-
partway through the 3rd.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. I'm really.
I've
enjoying
been
it.
watching Big Mouth, the new series, because I just love it. It's hilarious.
I don't know. Never.
Love Big Mouth.
I've seen it advertised on there, but never gone.
It's
Never gone
ridiculous. It's so funny.
The Boys
Right.
on Amazon. That's
Oh,
good.
The Boys.
That's good.
Yeah, I haven't started that yet.
I binged watched that in a weekend. It is honestly, you need to watch
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
Toby. You really
I
need
know.
to watch it soon because it's fucking awesome.
But now there's the Watchmen series has just come out, so
Where's that on?
Sky.
Is that on Amazon? Sky. Oh fuck's sake! Oh, it's Sky Atlantic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bollocks. Anyway, where was I? Witcher 3. I've gone back to Destiny. I downloaded Destiny 2, the free thing. I own Destiny 2, so this isn't me picking up a new game. I bought the original Destiny 2 with the season pack. I never played Warmind. I never bought Forsaken or the thing after that. So I thought I'll download the new update, the free version, because first it gives you all of the stuff, and it's a digital copy then, so I don't have to keep loading my disc. Plus, I could load it on the Xbox as well, so I can now switch between the two with cross-save character. It's Destiny. There's not much else I can say about it. I'm confused as fuck as to
I'm
what
still
I'm doing.
Sorry.
I don't know. I am lost, basically. I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, whether I go back to that,
I'm still being stubborn with that I paid 90 odd quid for the collector's version and then had to pay another 40 quid in less than a year. I was like, no, thanks.
Was that for the year one
stuff?
Yeah.
I was like, at least with the collector's edition, you should get the first year.
Well, they're doing this thing now where you've got this season thing going on, and then you have to buy a season pass to get extra rewards as you're leveling up in it, and that's just like I don't understand what all these currencies they're throwing at me.
That's why I just stopped. I went cold turkey.
I'm confused.
Just buy Borderlands, Steve.
I can't at the moment because
Because you bought an Xbox.
I'll go to it in a minute. Bought an Xbox. Bought an Xbox. I finished off Gears of War 4 because...
You have to, just to get it out of the way.
I did. Well, Gears of War 5 came out, and I thought, I've not finished Gears of War 4. And if I've got the Xbox, and I don't want to... there's this Gears of War hype going on, I'll finish 4 first. Yeah, I can't be asked for Gears of War 5
4
now.
turned me off completely.
Didn't enjoy 4
No,
at all.
his son is a whiny little dick.
Yeah, didn't enjoy 4 at all. So it's finished.
You imagine Marcus Phoenix's son to be the most awesome dude, and then you get that guy.
We'll see. We'll see whether the thing is, if I'm do the Games Pass thing next year, Gears of War.
Yeah, then you just do it.
Probably
Then
still going to be free on it. What else? I can't remember. Currently going through Halo Master Chief Collection again with my 5-year-old. No, with my 5-year-old son. Me and him are playing it, and he's absolutely loving it. We're doing it co-op from the very beginning. We're going to go all the way through. And yes, is it 15, 16 rated? If people start going, you shouldn't let your kid play it. It's just, I'm an educated gamer. I've played these things all my life. I know what's
safe.
Halo isn't exactly
gory.
Yes, it's gory, I thought he might get a little bit freaked out by the time we get to the flood
I
bit.
don't know that bit. I've never played them before. I bought the Master Chief Collection and I've not even finished the first one.
Well, basically, shooting aliens up until about halfway through the game, and then the flood turn up, which are basically like this alien parasite that turn everything into zombies.
Cool.
And I thought he might get a bit freaked out by that. But no, he's just laughing his head off every time they turn up. He's screaming like as he gets pounced up the ear. Just carrying on with that with him. Anything else? No, I can't remember if I've played anything else, to be honest. The only thing I'm currently tempted by is something out tomorrow called The Outer Worlds.
I've looked
Yeah.
at
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, and all I'm thinking, what I'm doing at the moment is do you two know Xbox rewards, Microsoft rewards? I'm doing that religiously day in, day out, and I am going to hopefully fund Game Pass with that next year.
Nice. I can't be bothered with it.
So-
I get bored. Like,
Well, it's
watch
on,
this trailer,
it's on my,
do this, do that. I'm like, oh, fuck's sake.
It's on my calendar at work. So go. Basically, the first thing I do in the morning is I do my 20-odd Bing searches on my phone, do my daily tasks there. It takes about 10 minutes. And the thing is, I've got it set up so you just type in Marvel movies and it's just click, 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 click. And that's it, goes through it. And then I do the Bing on my work computer and do my 30 searches there, exact same searches, click. And it's done in 10 minutes. Yeah, so I'm up to about 23,000 points at the moment, which is 3 months of Game Pass plus a £5 voucher. So I intend to carry on doing that next year and not have to pay for Game Pass. I'm not going to be playing with people online because I'm an unsocial bastard.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck about anyone. Don't really. It's just I don't play online with people. So I'll just, especially free. That's what I'm thinking next year. That's it, I think.
Good.
Yeah. So I don't know how my past progress is going. Like, honestly, don't know. I've given up tracking it now. I'm getting blasé. Anyway, Toby, how's your pile progress? What are you doing?
Well, last we spoke, I was extolling the virtues of how amazing Spider-Man was, and was working my way through all the DLC, and then I hit a wall.
Yes. What, literally is Spider-Man or just in the game?
Where I just couldn't swing around waiting for another crime to happen to 100% an area, and so I just had to turn it off for a little while.
That was the bit that got me, because I went for the platinum and it took ages to get certain things to turn up.
So I will go back and finish it shortly. I'm on literally the last bit of the last DLC, but I had to stop, and that's when I played Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
And it was very enjoyable, even if the controls are a bit clunky. It's a great concept, not always well executed, but enjoyable enough. And as I said earlier, the story does bounce you along nicely.
What type of game is it? Is it a point and click or a third person kind of? I don't know.
Sorry, that was just an amazing goal.
Oh right.
It's third person.
Point and click.
It's essentially a new version of a point and click. You go around, you find things, you do this, you do that, you interact with this, you go there, you move this, you work out what happens when you do this with this. And then, as Rich was saying last week, or last month even, or last time, regardless, whatever you want to call it, there is bits where after you've got certain clues, you can go into Sherlock's mind and try and figure out how those clues link together to try and figure out who did the crime. And it's quite cool, and like different thought patterns will take you down different deduction routes and stuff like that. So it's quite cool like that. And that's why I'd like to play the next one, because it was fun. And like, there's a crime in it at Kew Gardens, and then I went to Kew Gardens with my wife and daughter like a couple of days later, and I was like, oh my god, I was just here.
Having
I was
flashbacks.
solving a crime.
Were you looking for clues under the
I was like,
begonias or
is
whatever?
this where it happened? So yeah, that was fun. And then I played my klaxon.
Warning. Please remain calm. Some daft bastard has bought a game. I repeat. Some daft bastard has bought a game.
Joker on FIFA 20. Because as some people in the Midlife Gamer may have seen, I got a filthy deal on that. It was absolutely disgusting. The game came out like 2 days before I bought it, and I got it for £20.
What?
Because
How do you manage
CD
that?
Keys fucked up a listing, and they listed. I don't know how much you know about FIFA, but there's FIFA Ultimate Team, and you buy packs of players. And they had listed a pack of players for $19.99, and everyone went, "That's a bit weird. Wonder what happens if you buy it." And if you buy it and type in the redemption code into your Xbox, you got the whole game.
So, right, I'm confused. So they
Yeah, they had put.
were they selling?
So they were selling the game for £20, basically.
Did you get your extra players? I want to know if you got your Panini
No, I
sticker
didn't get
pack
my Panini sticker
for
pack,
it.
but I got the whole game.
You just got the game.
I got the whole game for £20.
I'd be complaining. I want my Panini sticker pack as well. What?
So yeah,
And there
then I
hasn't
shared the wealth on
there
Midlife
hasn't been
Gamer.
any-
No, there's been no repercussions. I shared the wealth on Midlife Gamer. A few others jumped in on that as well. Sent it to all my mates, and they all jumped in on it as well. It only worked on Xbox.
Yeah.
But I usually play on PS4, so that was a departure. But it was awesome.
Don't worry, you can get Pro Evo.
I
On
won't
PS4,
get
so
Pro
it's all
Evo
right.
ever. Don't you swear at me, you dirty bastard. You see, you kebab, and various other insults. I've been enjoying it. As always, it's pretty much just a graphical update. There's a few changes to the free kicks. They've got rid of the journey mode, which is what Cy Stevens said he'd completed when he said he'd completed FIFA. So I don't know what the fuck he's going to do now.
He wins a game. I've completed FIFA.
Next.
Yes.
They have replaced it with something else with the story mode, but it's pretty rank. It's Volta football, which is like street football in tiny goals and with lots of tricks and stuff like that. And I'm just like, can you just kick him if he tries to do a trick in front of you? No, well then I'm not playing this. Bring back the journey mode and let me know how the story finishes instead of finishing it halfway through, which is what they did. It was a long story and they did it over 3 games, and it was supposed to continue over the next 2, I think, and then they've just stopped it.
Yeah.
Because it was wank.
It was not great, but I was still engaged.
They couldn't monetize it. That's
precisely.
Why. You'll be able to buy it as DLC.
Yeah, you will. Well, like you can buy the Journey games on their own on a disc. Just the Journey section, so not FIFA, but just the Journey story. And the guy who you play in the Journey was actually in Bates Motel, the TV series, which is just brilliant. He got killed very quickly, which was even funnier.
On FIFA, are they?
On Bates Motel, no one dies on FIFA.
FIFA's not been good since FIFA 97, where I could score a goal from a corner.
You can still score
love
goals
that.
from
You could
corners. You just have to be
Can
very
you?
good.
Just be able to
There's,
banana kick it straight into the top
There's
corner.
a legend from when I very first joined MLG, and I first started just playing FIFA with Linton and Rich Purvis and a few others on PS4. We had a Midlife Gamer team, and we'd get together once a week and we'd go online and try and beat other people. And I scored the flukiest goal in the world running down the sideline. I went to cross it, and for some reason their goalie jumped out of the way. And so I was right by the byline, and it just went in the goal. I couldn't do it again if I tried.
just like jumps the wrong direction.
He did,
Flops
it
on the
was
floor.
literally like we had one guy on the FIFA team who fucked off. He wasn't even a member of Midlife Gaming for very long, and he just kept on going on about how he was being shafted by EA, and that became the FIFA team phrase every time something went wrong. Shafted by EA.
The controller.
Yeah,
The controller doesn't work.
shafted by EA.
Buttons stuck.
They've made it more difficult.
Yes, because EA has his username
and
on some kind of difficulty.
Oh, he was an
level
absolute
list.
twat. He used to get really cross that we didn't let him play as a target man. Fuck off.
Oh fuck him! It's a
So he
team
went in
man.
goal, and then he was shit in goal, and then he stopped playing because he said we didn't have the drive and determination he required.
Fuck's sake! Oh dear. Yeah, I wouldn't last a game with him. I wouldn't even.
Oh,
last
we
a
were
half
just
playing with someone
laughing
like
at him. It was hilarious.
that. Anything else you've played other than
Anything
FIFA?
else I've played other than FIFA?
Got
Well,
off your
on my
list.
phone, I've been following the Jay Stokes school of if it's a free game, it doesn't count.
Well, it's free mobile games.
Yeah, I
don't
know.
count.
And so I've been playing a Rock Band Manager game. Rock Band
Wow.
Manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's how much time I have in commuting.
Well, that's the thing. It's a commuting game, or when you're on the
It's
shit.
hilarious.
That,
Like,
those games don't
you just
count.
have to create your band, manage your band. So you choose when they practice or when they write or when they release an album. And you choose how it's promoted and stuff like that. That's it.
Nothing
No,
else.
I've already made.
That's all you
I've
do.
already made my band record a greatest hits now because I'm like, look, lads, we've had our fun. They're only 23. I'm like, let's do a greatest hits.
Are you going to carry them onto Rolling Stones levels in their 70s when they're coming in their little Quingos or whatever on stage?
Pretty much. I mean, it's yeah. Like, they're still going, but I'm like, why don't you just go and rehearse? They're like, we've had enough rehearsed. I'm like, well, I'm not organising a world tour for you, so what are you going to do?
Fuck you! I'm getting my royalties off the commission. Off
Precisely.
the
Like,
greatest
I
hits
now
album.
just literally leave them. I get money every week, and I've bought a fucking house and a boat and all sorts. I don't care anymore, lads. I've made my money.
You're made for life. If only life was
I'm
that
like
easy.
Simon Cowell, only more of a bastard.
And lower.
Oh no! Whenever I play the
trouser
game, I
waist
pull my
levels.
trousers right up underneath my nipples.
Right.
It's the only way for authenticity. I do it on the train in the morning, and people are like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Rock Band Manager." They're like, "Oh, okay, totally understand." Makes
Yeah,
perfect sense.
yeah.
And tuck your t-shirt in as well.
Yeah, and tuck your nuts up behind your bum just for extra.
A marry Sunita.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's married to
No, he's
Sunita.
not. He dated her, and then she dated
Oh.
Brad Pitt, so she traded up quite considerably.
I never knew that.
The
Oh.
more you know.
So is that pile progress
That's the
over with then?
progress of my piles.
Right. One thing we used to do, which do we do in this year, is a what we've missed thing.
Yeah, we do that.
Have you? I see.
It's not going to be a very long section, is it?
Is there anything that you wish you've missed?
Nope.
I can't even string sentences together. It's not that I'm pissed. It's just I'm tired. So there's nothing at all that you've missed.
No.
No.
I bought
Is
FIFA.
that because shit releases, or you're just over the hype now?
I think that's the thing that you learn the most when you're doing Year of Shame is just to ignore the hype. Like, it just starts to wash over you. You're like, yeah, sure, because remember that game that was going to be the best one in the world, and it was called Anthem, and now it's not the best game in the world. So
It's
probably just
it's a bit shit.
like I remember when Anthem was announced, and there were people on Midlife Gaming going, "I'm going to buy this. It's going to be the best fucking game ever." And I was like, "Why don't you just get off the hype train?" They're like, "Fuck off! You can't do with it." And now none of those people play it.
Yeah. It's the same with Division 2. Although there's still hardcore players playing it, I just hardly hear anything about it now.
It's literally bullshit.
Right. That was a quick section. So apart from the only thing I'm hyped about is I'm not even really hyped about it. I'm just mildly interested in it. Is the Outer Worlds tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean,
And that's because it's an Obsidian RPG.
Yeah, I just want to see how it turns out. I
It's
will
getting good
happily wait
reviews.
until Christmas sales and we finish Year of Shame.
Don't even do it on the Christmas sales. It'll still be on Game Pass. This is the thing. It's coming out on Game Pass day one. So if you've got Game Pass, well, I would say it's free to play. You're paying your subscription, but for $7.99 for a month on Game Pass, and you've got the Outer Worlds and Gears of War 5
Yeah, I'm
at
not
your
going to play Gears
fingertips.
of War 5, I don't think.
But that's not, But there are other things on there. But that's why I'm seriously considering the subscription.
As I didn't enjoy Marcus Phoenix's son so much, I'm pretty certain I'm not going to enjoy some random girl.
Well, spoiler: I think Marcus Phoenix's son died.
I don't care. I don't care what happens to that man at all. He's the most unlikable protagonist for some time. I just want to play more games where I'm Marcus Phoenix. And if I'm not Marcus Phoenix, I want to be the Coltrane. And if I'm not either of those two, forget it.
Strong words.
I think fine. Right.
That's all I've got.
So, what's next? Community questions. I'm not doing community
No,
questions.
that's Richard Forder's job.
It's Richard's job.
Oh, I haven't fucking got him, have I?
Come on, he's not even drunk this
Just get your
time.
phone up. It's not your job. It's like your job has always been community questions, Richard.
It has always been your job.
I think.
Except for that last time when I did it because you were inebriated.
I'm the organizer. You're the community questions. Toby's the slackjaw. He just presents himself across the
He's certainly
I'm
doing that.
draped.
couch. It's just you're lounging.
Draped across the sofa.
You're
With
spread.
blankets
Reclining.
for extra warmth. Snuggly.
So do we have any community questions?
Probably, but I'm going to have to find them.
Shall I start us off then, while you're finding them?
Yeah, why not?
I'm not doing them all. Hold on, get my phone up. Posts. Oh, where's the Facebook group? Your Shame Challenge. There we go.
You see, I've found them now.
All right, so you can do them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New phone, who dis?
Dis Toby.
What?
That's the first
That
question.
is the first question. As I said,
Well, clearly,
Dis Toby.
John Lenton's put new phone, who dis?
Well, it's on Facebook. It's not on his phone.
he's trying to be
hell.
witty, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Wit just washes over me. I am now a year of shame sourpuss. No humour. It's just straight to the point. Yeah. Fuck off.
And with that, he was told what to do.
Next question.
Right, Matt Jones. Any games in particular that you guys feel like you've missed out on?
We discuss this every month.
We've kind of just
every
done
fucking
that.
month. We discuss this. Every month.
Yeah, but it might be new games.
No, but
Yeah,
then we
might-
discuss them.
you might change
on that
your mind.
month, don't we? This is like a Cy Stevens question. We've done it before.
oh, such a sourpuss.
Oh, sorry, Steve is the sourpuss.
I-
I'll just lounge on the sofa and wait.
I'm the sourpuss.
Loungy puss.
Oh, and no, there's actually no games missed this year. Everything that has been out so far has apparently been disappointing, or I've lost the hype for it, if there ever was any there in the first place. And no games I've missed. You two?
Assassin's
No.
Creed's probably.
No.
Yeah, a push.
We're talkative this
I
evening,
mean-
aren't we? Yeah.
For starters, I think we're all very tired.
It's not. It's just there is.
There's nothing.
I think
I've
we're
missed either.
all in the year. We're in the year of shame kind of last stretch.
We've got
We're clearly over the hype of all this stuff. It's just we can't be bothered anymore.
this is like the Tour de France coming down the
We're
Champs-Elysees. We
literally-
don't give a
We're
fuck.
literally on the vinegar strokes.
We're just it's like, yeah, whatever. Next question.
Shall I do another question, or should we just fuck them off?
Yes,
Just
go on,
choose
go
go
on.
bed.
No, another question. Yeah, let's fuck them all off. No. It's not that late. It's only 10 past 10.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Right.
so I thought he'd frozen there. I thought the screen, he was just motionless.
It's the end of
See,
it's the end of Police Squad. Right. Okay. Right. Stuart Neal. Right. It says, what are the scores on the doors? While he's not doing the Year of Shame, he's cleared 67 games off his pile.
I've cleared about 5.
I was recording it up until June, and
Where's your
I've
little green book?
It's gone.
He doesn't even do that anymore. He's given up.
I don't even do.
He's just like, fuck
I
it.
just realised that's fucked off, hasn't it?
It's sitting on a shelf upstairs. I just don't have my notebook anymore.
I'm opening my
I'm
Excel
not recording anything.
on Pile of Shame.
The last time I opened my Pile of Shame spreadsheet was 3 months ago.
28% complete.
I think I was sitting around about 57% complete. I cannot.
Mine's probably less than both of those.
No.
But mine were all big games.
Just to throw in the numbers, number of Class 1 games, 121. Number of Class 2 games, 17. Number of Class 3, 21.
What the hell was that?
Number of Class 4,
Hey?
4. Number of
right.
Class 5, 31. Number of Class 6, 8.
Yeah, I don't think you get a definite answer out of us, Stuart.
Basically, because we're not trying to be teacher's pet yet.
Not 67, that's for sure.
No, it's not that. It's just
I reckon collectively we haven't finished 67.
I reckon that Digi's probably finished about 800, but he's bought 900, so it doesn't matter.
no. It's actually he might have bought 4 or 5.
No, he's been playing complete one by one, so he's
right. Yeah, you're not going to get a straight answer out of us, Stuart, because we're
given up.
I think yeah. No, not giving up. We're not giving up on the challenge.
No, but we've given up on counting.
Yeah, we have. We just it gets to a point where you just I'm at a stage now where I'm not bothered about completing games. I'm just enjoying playing things. That's why I'm doing Halo at the moment. It's because that's what I fancy playing. It's just
That's why I've just sacked it all off to play FIFA.
And that's why I've not funded through Borderlands 3.
It's just enjoying the games instead of concentrating on or stressing ourselves on getting through the
Also, it is now my job to drink beer, which takes up a lot of time.
I bet you find that so
it's
difficult.
Really stressful.
It's just like, oh, I've got to try another beer. Oh my god, I don't think
this beer here is called Tried One Had Four.
Is it 4 times as strong?
No, it's an Oktoberfest lager brewed by a small brewery in London called the Mechanic Brewery.
Oh, by the way, as you probably know, Toby, found Mothership
I know, because
locally.
it's in Tesco's now.
Oh my god, is
Yeah,
that
I told you.
good?
Remember when I sat there going, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
I've gone through.
And
I've tried.
I feel like
tried a few of these craft lagers.
well, it's not a lager; it's a pale.
Or pale, IP, whatever's. The sours and all this kind of stuff, and I don't like them. But that Mothership is
because it's brewed with champagne yeast.
It's nice and dry and crisp, and the missus loves it.
It's got a little
too,
bit of
so
funk
just...
to it. However, I do need to say that to get it into Tesco's, they had to reduce their cost per unit. And so while it is nice, it's not as nice as it used to be. Because they've reduced their costs to make it viable for Tesco's. But
must have been fucking expensive then. It's still £3 a can.
Yeah, no, it was double that. Yeah, it's £3 a can in all Tesco's. Tesco's, basically, that's their top price point for most craft beer. Like, next time you're in there, go and get the Brewdog versus Cloudwater collaboration. That's very nice.
No, don't touch Brewdog anymore.
Yeah, but you probably haven't had much Cloudwater, and it's worth having.
Still Brewdog.
It's versus. They're fighting each other in a can.
don't care. Still
for
Brewdog.
God's sake.
That means 50% of it's still going to be
No,
shit.
it's a very good
Hey.
beer. Take it from somebody who has to do beer for a job.
No,
No,
I'll stick.
I won't.
No, I'm not
I'm
listening
going
to you. I am not listening.
Wow, wow,
I-
wow, 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 wow.
I'm like that. I'm like the Tory politician on the Fast Show. Just like no,
No,
I
no,
wasn't. No. Anyway, next question. He's lost his place.
No, I've not. Jump around. Toby, Adam wants to know, are you going to sing anything from your theatrical endeavour?
No, because I just received a message from my wife from upstairs saying I was too loud while I'm talking, so I definitely can't sing.
Keep it down.
You fat prick.
Keep it down. I didn't even know you were singing. The only picture I've seen of you on it, it looks as though you're stoning a
I
woman.
was stoning a woman. She was
Really?
a whore.
What?
And she said Jehovah.
It's Mary Magdalene. She's just a slag.
Oh, fair dues.
She just loves a bit of JC dick. So yeah, Judas throws.
Are we done with that?
Judas
Right,
throws her on the
moving
floor,
on.
and then I pick up a big rock and throw it at her head, which I think is fair.
Nice family show.
This the snuff version.
Yeah, our director was a little bit aggressive.
Alright, what's next?
What's the first game you'll buy after the challenge is over?
Cyberpunk.
When's Cyberpunk out?
February, March time.
My bet.
So you're not planning to pick something up in the
Probably
sales?
not, because in order to take this dream job, I had to take a rather massive pay cut. Funds are at a premium, so only things I really, really, really want. Plus, that's the point of doing a year of shame, is you're supposed to learn to only buy things you really, really, really want.
Yes, but there may be something that you.
It's going to
really,
depend
really
what's in the
wanted
sale.
over the year.
It's not. I'm just not
Yeah,
going to do
okay.
it, because Cyberpunk
Okay.
comes out pretty much on my birthday, so...
Okay, so not even the new Jedi
Well,
one.
I'm probably going to get that as my gift for Christmas.
Oh right, okay. No, that's fine. Okay. You Richard? Anything you're fancy picking up?
No, the only thing I've got my own is Cyberpunk 2077. But if it's something decent in the sale, which, mind you, that's kind of reverting to it'd be rude not to sort of territory, which is the whole point for me of this. But I don't think there's anything particularly that I can see off the top of my head that I'm thinking of.
Oh, it'd be the Outer Worlds for me. That's January 1st. I'll be buying
January
it
the 1st.
just because that is
Nah.
Obsidian RPG.
Mm.
That's it. It's just
It is what it is.
because I know I will play that quite a lot. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Right, moving on.
Yep.
If you could restart the year and challenge again, what would you tell yourself?
Buy a better computer. That's what I would do. Make sure it doesn't break again.
Probably
Drink less.
stop shouting.
Drink. Stop shouting. Shh. Shh. Keeping your wife up.
Shh. Less beer.
No,
Mm-mm. No, less wine.
no,
That was your problem, was that you were drinking bottles of wine.
was he quaffing
There,
rather than
there was
sipping?
no coughing, there was no sipping, there was just straight gulping. And I believe, if I remember correctly, you said prior to us recording that you'd already drank one bottle of wine before the second
Yeah,
one
I think
turned
so.
up.
Was it full bottle plus curly straw? Was it that
Pretty
kind
much.
of?
Why would I bother with a straw when I've got a perfectly ample bottle with it open?
Glug, glug, glug. Oh dear.
Okay, right.
That was from Neil, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, what it is. Okay.
Don't worry. Don't
Dave
worry.
Southall, right. Have you treated yourself to anything else with the money you spent from not buying games? And he's put a picture of a full-size battle cat.
Yeah,
If anybody wants anything.
No, I haven't treated myself to anything. See previous statement about pay cut for Dream Job.
Steve.
I don't think so. I have to see. I don't know. I don't know. I've got kids. I've got two
Dave's
kids,
confused him.
Yeah, money goes out the door like nobody's business because of bloody kids. So I don't know if I don't know. I don't know. So I haven't treated myself to anything. I may have treated the kids to something, but unappreciative little shits that they are, I can't tell. It's probably gone under their massive pile of crap in the sitting room if I have. Dear God, yeah. So no, I haven't treated myself to anything in particular.
I don't think I consciously have, but I'll probably be sticking more stuff on Quick Kickstarter.
Really, is that possible?
Yeah.
You don't know. See, you don't know because it's gone, and you've not got a physical product in your hand until next year. So you won't find out until mid 2020 when all of a sudden these massive boxes start coming out.
And you still have to cough up for the ones that have funded, though.
I know, but you're just seeing money go. You're not seeing a physical product, so it's probably a little bit less impactful. But it's when you get I'm just get that massive box from CMON next year about the Bloodborne, because you went all in. I know you did.
Yeah, they've got a Zombicide second edition coming out.
I know. I'm looking at that.
It's got a Danny Treasure special edition.
Have you looked at the YouTube
trailer
adverts for that?
Yeah.
Trailers for that.
Yeah. I only need one weapon.
It comes out and it's a bag of rice. Right.
Neil's back again. From all the people in the community, one of you who you would like to take part next year.
Do you know what? Do you know who I'd really like to do this? Because I've known him a long time, even before I was in Midlife Gamer. And yeah, he kind of got me in. And I think he's one of the most charismatic people I know. And I think most people in the community like him. And I'd like to see him struggle with not buying any games. And that's James Watley.
He won't.
I know he won't do it. That's why I would like him to do it. Like this is like your dream dinner, people. This is who you would dream like on Year of Shame.
To be honest, he doesn't even listen to this.
No, I know.
But if you have contact with James and want to tell him that he should be doing it,
he won't do it.
Who would you like to see do it, Richard?
I think a lot of people have already done it.
Has Adamski done it?
I don't think Ads has done it, has he?
Ad's never
That'd
done
be interesting.
No.
I still think Kath should do it.
I think that everybody expects Kath to do it, and the best curveball she can do is not doing it.
Yeah, but it's not a curveball. She does it. She says she's going to. Never does. Never does. She was trying to volunteer for Year 6. Never did it. Yeah. Personally, I'd like to see Matt Jones try and do it, because he is vehemently protested against it every year. He has a problem with games.
So Matt next year, then Matt, James, and Kath.
Oh yes. Do it, both of you.
All three of you.
There you go. But I did put out a thing for volunteers for next year. We do have some people seriously volunteering. We have 3 ready to go already.
Wow.
You two you don't know who it is, do you? You've not even been paying attention.
I don't know who it is.
I know. I've seen it.
Why don't you tell us?
Shall I reveal it? Well, so far,
and sort of, is it Dave?
we have Mr. This is where I get it wrong, because I need to get my game thing up.
Oh, you've not got community questions ready?
Oh, what do you mean not a question? No, it's just in case I say someone's surname wrong. I'm not good at it. Mr. Dave Packer's doing it.
Interesting.
Oh, Turbo Shandy.
Poor little
Turbo
Turbo
Shandy
Shandy.
Packer. Oh, that's going to be good. Stuart Whitehouse. What? Whitehouse.
White
Jesus.
Horse.
White
Okay.
Horse. I don't know.
How many bottles of wine have you drunk?
None. I just I've got a fat tongue this evening. I can't pronounce things properly. Stuart's doing it. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't get my messenger up.
That's not a euphemism, is it?
It's not. Fucking phone's not working. Come on.
Shall I find it for you?
I can't remember his name.
White House.
White House. See, I don't want to say White House because my parents live on White House Road, so it's just like that doesn't sound right. This is why I always want to call him White Horse. It's just. Oh, sorry, Stuart. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, and also, so far, James Yarwood. Don't know him personally. He's a member of the MLG community, the relative newcomer.
He also used to
by
play on
looks
the
of it. He's
FIFA
only-
team with us.
So
Yeah,
you'll know him.
I
You'll
do.
know him. He's been in the community for a couple of years, so
He sure has.
yeah. So I've got a group chat set up with them, get them in the right place. We're trying to find a
You
fourth to
should
go
just
in.
put them
There
in
are a
our
few
group
names
chat
in
and
there.
then they can just switch over.
Well, no, we will do.
No, fine,
will do.
whatever.
I'll do. It's just keeping it separate until for
Whatever.
now. But hopefully, we're going to try and get them on next month's show. Get some introductions. If we can't, do it all together.
Oh,
do it
that's a
separately.
lot of
We'll sort
people for a
something out.
show.
I know, but we'll sort something. They'll only be on for 10
Wow,
minutes.
still, that's 6 people you got to mix.
Don't worry.
You don't worry.
You don't worry. You're the one.
You don't have to. You don't have to edit it. It's me that edits it.
It's me that
Edits.
edits.
Meditates.
Oh dear. You'd think I've been drinking. I actually haven't. I've had 2 bottles of beer and that is it. It's just been a long fucking day.
At least I had an excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, there we go. So yeah, so that's so far we've got 3 people set up. So Year of Shame is going. I was a bit worried that we may need to take a break for a year.
Nah.
So
Just so people could buy a PS5.
yeah, PS5. Well, that's the thing. I'm glad I'm not doing next year because fucking hell, yeah, PS5. Year. Well, I was going to say Year of Shame 2, but it's not. Last of Us. Last of Us 2. Fucking hell. Last of Us 2, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy 7 remake. It's probably going to be more as well, isn't there?
Probably.
It's not looking like a good year.
That's all the things we know about.
Muppets.
Is that a game?
I'm hoping. I would love a game with Electric Mayhem in it. Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem.
I'm sure it's coming.
Janice, Animal, Dr. Teeth.
Oh. Anyway, so anything else? Anything else
No.
you'd like to discuss? Nothing
No.
at all.
Really, I've got nothing, dude.
No.
This is what happens. We don't drink, and it only goes on
I've
for
been
an hour.
drinking,
That's
but I've
fine.
only had one beer.
Awesome.
I've only had one glass of
But I
wine.
had one, I've tried one, have 4, and I would like to have 4 of it, but I only had one in the fridge.
Awesome. Not much editing to do this
Yeah.
month. I'll
No
get it
one-
done, and I've got a computer
No one said.
to work. Oh, for fuck's sake, now I've got to use the beaver. Tosser. It's going so well.
Toby, why did you have to say?
I don't know, Rich.
Oh, for God.
It was just on the tip of my.
Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, we will be. What was I going to say?
Saying some more next month.
No, we will be doing more regular. I would say more regular, but we do have 2 months left, so we're going to have at least 3 shows, and we're going to strive to
we
get
have
those
to do
3
our
shows
January
done.
show, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll be doing the January show. We'll work out what's happening with the crossover. But if you're listening to us now, there's hopefully the way we're planning it is that there will be no need for you to retune your podcast things. There will be just a natural transition into the next group. They'll be taking over the stream. So you may have a couple of months. What? He's got his Hitman duck up.
It's not Hitman, it's Donald Trump.
It's Donald Trump. Oh yeah, tiny hands. I didn't see that. Did you hear his latest? By the way,
I try not to.
He was in Colorado, and he was doing a speech, and he basically said, "Yes, we're building this wall between us and Mexico, blah blah, and we're building the wall in Colorado," and it's just like, Colorado's 300 fucking miles away from the Mexican border. And so there's these I don't know who did it, but there's these senators, and basically the only state between Colorado and the Mexican border is New Mexico. So they've drawn the border up around New Mexico and then crossed out the new part of it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
There's your border wall. It's just, he's a fucking muppet. He really is. He almost makes Johnson look
like a Johnson.
Like a
competent.
great big Johnson.
Anyway, this isn't a politics podcast. Not a politics podcast.
Yet.
So we've got nothing else to discuss.
No.
We've got people coming on next month. Extra guests, hopefully. May not be all of them, but we'll certainly get.
I mean, this year we
wanted
wanted to have a guest every month, and we've had Matthew so far.
It's to be honest, it's a struggle to get us all aligned for a recording, and it's not anything to do with dissing anybody. It's just lives get in the way, and it's just a struggle getting on at the same time.
Yeah,
and it's just real life.
Yeah.
So, and also it helps that your computer doesn't fuck up. But let's say I'm back online. Anyway, right. So domestics.
Yeah, I suppose we should do those again.
It's been a long time since I've done these, so I have to try and remember. I didn't actually check our Twitter or email or anything.
I don't think there's any point.
I'm going to guess there wasn't really anything in there.
Maybe my phone
there
didn't
hasn't
go
been
off.
anything so far this year.
We have an email address, and I can't remember.
It's wankit@gmail.com.
No, is it you're a shame at gmail.com?
Yeah.
You're a shame or YoS? You're a shame, all one word. We have a Twitter. You're a shame, I think.
That's
at
not
You're a shame.
The one that we share with York University or whatever it was.
No, that was the hashtag at hashtag YoS19.
And it was with the gallery,
or 2019.
York Open Gallery or something.
That was it. God, yeah, you'd almost think we were professional podcasters.
You
listening
wouldn't.
To this.
You wouldn't get fucking confused with that.
We did one with the professional podcaster, and it was just too tidy.
It's too tidy. You need
That's
the
why
best.
Rich got smashed. He was like, I don't know what to do with this.
I can't.
I fucking can't cope with order.
I can't go. Toby, what's your Twitter address?
Oh shit! Where's my Twitter address? Fuck.
I am so bad tonight.
Toby, what's your
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just, I'm out of practice. I'm really out of practice on
my
this.
Twitter is TobyJames_.
Nothing. Yeah, okay.
That's it, man. That's all I got.
Right, Richard, you're at Burton Coggles. Oh, that reminds. I know you're at Burton Coggles. At Burton Coggles because what? What are you looking at me like that for?
I wanted to read mine out. You've done it. Spoiled it now.
Sorry, but no. It's just I was at home in Lincolnshire 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Driving down to Grantham, and there's a village called Burton Coggles.
Yeah.
Guess where I got the name from?
Fuck's
Really?
sake.
Is that?
Yeah, because I drove past it one day, and
Yay!
I needed a name that sounded vaguely like a British Army officer. So
Well, there you go.
I drove past it and went, "Fuck it, that sounds vaguely like it might have been a name from the 1920s. I'll have
I'm
that."
not sure you needed a a name that sounded like an English army officer. You wanted...
I did, because at the time we were doing a tabletop role-playing game, the Cthulhu role-playing game, and it was based in the 1920s, and my character was ex-military, so I needed a name.
Okay.
Yay! So we've driven past the same village.
Yeah.
Yay.
You're only the third person that's driven past it and told me that.
Well, it's only about 10 miles down the road from where I live, or where my parents live. So it's just that I completely forgot it was there until we went to Isaac Newton's house for the day, and we drove past it. By the way, it wasn't an exciting day at Isaac Newton's house, to be honest.
Is it just a house?
It's a house and a little barn that has a science centre in it. We got to stand by the apple tree, which...
Did it fall on your head?
No. It's fenced off, you can't get near it.
That's a bit wank.
It's disappointing. And also, there were no apples. Anyway, my Twitter address is at SteveO07E07.
Now, it's funny, because I was coming back from Sheffield, and I drove past a place that said SteveO76 on it.
Oh, really?
Cheeky fucker.
No, I'm going to say you. Bloody... Dear Lord.
Carry on.
That's it. I'm going to start hunting for more Kickstarters for you to purchase.
Don't.
Make suggestions.
Don't. I am weak.
Stop it.
Don't worry. It was only Tiny Epic Dinosaurs.
Shit, I'm already watching that one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Tiny Epic Dinosaurs. Another Tiny Epic. You need that in your life. Anyway. That's everything from us. Before I go rambling on even more and just make
forget words.
Nonsense. Words. Right. We will be back again next month.
Some
of
us
will. We're going to be. Well, even if it's one or two of us, we'll get some of next year's lot on as special guests. Special guests.
Special guests.
Apologies, it's been so long again. Special guest. Apologies that I can't. Fucking shut up.
Special guests.
Special guests.
It's starting to sound like a perfume commercial now. Oh,
great days.
The way you're draped over that sofa as well, it could actually be a perfume commercial. Fucking hell. Anyway.
For men.
Oh.
For men.
And women.
And dogs.
Right.
And hamsters.
I may just smash this computer up now so I don't have to do another show.
Ooh.
I missed you guys. No. Oh. Right. We will be back next month.
With special guests.
And I forgot what I was going to say again. Yeah, I forgot. Fucking hell, Stephen. What am I doing tonight? Thank you for listening.
Yeah,
thanks.
Say
goodbyes. See you all later,
Cut.
folks. Cut.
That's not what I said.